I'm a bit worried about this.
The Aftershow Probe.
Yeah.
I would never be worried. This is where we all come together as friends and talk about the show and talk about shows
No, it's not.
ahead. Okay.
This is what you give out to us, really, isn't it?
I don't understand what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So I'm coming in with fresh eyes, which I thought
Giving out in non-Irish context is telling off.
No, but I thought you wanted me to produce you and
Yes.
come in with fresh eyes.
Yeah,
correct?
no, you're right.
Okay.
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, strap in, for the not-so-Christian brothers.
I took some notes this time, so I don't know whether you mind me. I don't want to review it either because it's not meant to be a review.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's okay.
I think what the Aftershow Probe is, it gives us an opportunity to sort of dissect what we've already said.
Okay.
And maybe validate. I think it's time for me to validate a lot of my comments because I'm being stopped on the street, you know,
Are we
and pushed over. and
Okay, are
everything.
we doing this show?
Because you're old.
Are we doing
No,
this show?
because of my extreme views.
Okay. Are we doing this show every Saturday to improve and make improvements and therefore move forward and become successful? Or are we doing it just to take each other apart?
I think it's all of the above.
I think by taking each other apart, by allowing the people who listen on a Thursday to hear the validation of some of our views, they can become cherished friends and we can all move on.
I think it's just gentle probing, though, right?
Yes.
Not full penetration. Gentle probing.
Never.
To get
It's
to the
just
point where
it's a tickling.
a tickling. Okay.
Of course.
It's like an old Facebook poking from a cousin.
So give us an old poke there. Where did we get to?
So I gave you a DM from Barbara.
Yeah.
Asterisk, because that's not her real name. She's a follower on our Instagram, Not So
Yeah.
Christian Brothers Instagram
And Barbara,
page.
I hope you're feeling better now and life is good.
Anywho, we had Matthew's letter last week, which was very long, and it had been sitting in your old DMs from your old podcast for ages. We talked about that. I'm not entirely sure we went with that. With Barbara today, really just wanted to find out why she feels she's to get drunk or nearly
Have a
drunk
drink.
to have sex with her 15
Your
year
old
marriage.
boyfriend.
No, her marriage of 15.
15-year-old marriage.
Her marriage of 15 years
Yeah.
feels a bit like she needs to get drunk. I really thought you would go into this as men who are married
Yes.
for various stages and ages and
Yeah,
lengths
yeah.
of time. Instead, I got a very deep graphic description of what's going on in your marriage, Justin,
Yeah.
and things that I'm not entirely sure Beatrice would be thrilled about. A really, really racist Germanic accent. A scheduling of sex time, which we now know about, and it's so visceral to me. I'm really concerned about those
My
Fridays.
alarm is going to go off next Friday.
12 to 1.
12 to 1, yeah.
Also, why the full hour? Because that also concerns me that it's too long, the length. But,
Hey.
okay.
That was why she said
Sorry.
we had to stop.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, you're next, so don't worry
Oh,
about it.
sorry, okay.
Spooning after the dishwasher was emptied, and bang! So concerning, so hideous for you and Fran, and just
Yeah.
wiener action was mentioned a few
He said
times.
that.
What is a wiener action?
It's the action of your penis.
Maids? There was something to do with maids.
In the utility room.
I mean, is this Downton Abbey? Desperately ugly came into it a few times.
I would have done that.
Graph. Okay. Not having sex, marriage is over. So that was a pretty banging. And I was like, well, what about times are tough, or someone loses a job, or someone is sick, or you've had a baby? No, blanket. The
No,
marriage is
hold
over.
on a second.
Hang
I
on.
didn't say
Colm-
no.
Here's the
hang on.
validation.
Colm was quite mature today.
Yay.
I found you really bizarre. I was like, why are you being so mature? And why has Justin come at it? Like, and then.
Well, he's only coming
Hey,
out at once
and
a
then-
week for an hour.
And then Justin also became my GP because he's like, if you need to be hornier or do it more, get some HRT into you. And I was just like, I didn't know Justin had that side to him.
There you go.
I just don't know. I just think Barbara is going to be left going, I need to get a separation.
I would like to
Don't say
leave. I would like to say that I think if you send us in a DM, you're going to get honesty. Honesty will prevail.
was honest.
Now, we've both lived lives and you mightn't agree with what it is, but I won't give you what you think you need. I'll give you what I have.
Is this talking about sex?
No, no. That's about advice. No, stop it. That's about advice. Too many people. Don't we tell too many people what we think they want to hear?
I don't think
in
you
life?
even did. I don't think you even were gentle and gave her what you. I don't think you gave her advice. I literally think you explicitly decided to talk about what's going on at home.
Okay,
At the dishwasher and on Fridays.
But the context,
Like the bang thing will have to be edited out. There's absolutely no way that show. It's
the
already
context of Barbara's question has to be relevant to our own experiences. Like, there's no point in us sitting here giving experiences based on whatever, a textbook or a lifestyle experience. We're talking about how we deal with our own lives.
Yeah.
And it might sound harsh and it might sound tough. And I am being brutally honest because I think people need to have more honest conversations. And it's uncomfortable. Like, I will say things all the time that are really uncomfortable. Anybody who's ever worked with me knows how uncomfortable it is because I don't believe in hiding stuff. So I think for Barbara, it's like, get into the meat and gravy of your marriage and your relationship or get out of it. But sex is just a distraction. There's a bigger problem going on. You need to talk about it.
You said it's not a distraction. You said sex is actually, and you were very good at this because you're very good at your work. You said sex is a really fundamental part to your marriage. And also, you don't drink, so you must be having very good sex.
Can I just say, it is an important part of the marriage, but you have to.
He's asleep.
Yeah, it is an important part. But as we discussed, if you're focusing on the sex, when you get in to really talk about your relationship, it ain't the sex. It's a whole other bunch of things that have happened to the point where you can no longer get it on. So it's about peeling the layers back and going, where did we get off the ramp here?
You don't look like you did on your wedding day, John, Barbara, Timothy. Is that what you're saying? Like, it's a attraction
No, because
thing?
the first 3 years, 4 years can be fine. But as you said, there is miscarriages, there are traumas, there are challenges, and all of these things add up, and unquestionably it makes it difficult. For the record, to go back to one point you said at the start, right, and I'm going to point my finger here,
okay,
but I'm not for 1 second saying that you should be having sex after you've given birth, after you've come through difficulty or trauma. There is real periods of time, but there are also conversations in a marriage where you go, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
How are you after that miscarriage? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not having those conversations, then...
I thought you were about to say, are you okay? Can I bone you? I actually thought that was going to be a weird moment there, but it wasn't. It was good.
See, I think
think
the honesty is there, and I think the honesty also is that, for the first 3 or 4 years, 5 years of your relationship, sex is so important.
Why is it so important to connect?
Because it's just the physical connection of the two people.
What if you're a grower in that relationship?
No, but what I'm saying is, if I can finish making an incredibly valid point, is that what I think is, after then, when you get to 10 years or whatever, it's not, the most important thing isn't the sex, right? It's the 5 minutes afterwards.
Oh.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
no,
better
hang on,
sex now
what do you
in
mean?
20 years into my marriage than I had in the first 5 years.
Well, that was your fault. And you should have read more.
Too much drinking.
You should have read more, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
Why is the 5? That's beautiful. I've never heard you say something so beautiful.
no, it's
Why?
not beautiful at all. Susan, It's like the who's going to clean up, what are we going to do now? No, but you know what I mean. It's the pure honesty of it.
No, but what do you
Are
mean?
you going to let the dog in?
No, but
Who let the dog in?
who let her out?
No,
Why
but
is the 5 minutes after?
Because
is there a cuddle?
sex-
Is there a chat?
exactly,
Oh, go
because
on.
I think you sex is moving to the top of a mountain, and you're both approaching it from either side of the mountain. Then you get to the top of the
Yes.
mountain, and it's like bada bing, bada bang, everything happens. One person orgasms, possibly two. I don't know. In this world, maybe three. But anyway, I think then what happens?
in the room
what
again?
happens? No, I think then it's like that. It's like the 5 minutes afterwards that it's because then it's reality. You know what I mean? Like all the chemicals have gone then, and it's like, are we still good? Did we do that just for the physical
So do you
encounter?
think if someone leaves quickly, or there's just kind of no chats, or there's no cuddle, it's kind of not good?
It's I think I think I've had some of my strongest and best conversations with Anne directly after sex.
Oh my goodness, that's very nice, isn't it?
And I think because we've got the sex out of the way. You know what I mean?
Because like Justin said, it can be a distraction.
Yeah. Or it gets to that point where now.
Or
It's
you
like
get
now.
to say, that wasn't that great. How were you feeling about it? Grant, I was a bit uncomfortable. I'm a bit tense today. I'm actually so distracted by
Yes.
work stuff. Okay, well, let's talk about that because we've tried to do. It's interesting though. I think it's really sad because I think we've all had various relationships and we're all three of us married. It's very sad when sex has been a really pinnacle point. So say it was really the glue.
Yeah.
And that, I'm not even being slightly dirty, but like it was the glue and it was
The goo.
essential to keeping the jam. I don't know why I keep
You keep using strange.
I mean, jam is a time when you don't have sex.
Yeah. But the thing is,
That's when everybody's cool.
I'm trying to
No,
finish my
I-
point.
I'll try and finish
it's
your point.
sad when that was all you could think about with them and you needed and wanted. And it's so interesting about humans when the chemistry or chemicals or connection goes or is dimmed and you wonder if it's just so much other stuff or resentment or actually just don't fancy them anymore.
But if you think about men, right, and I think this is a really relevant point in terms of anger and angst in the world right now. I think if you find men and you find angry men and you find men who are operating in, fringes and all that kind of stuff, you will find often that, there's a relationship problem. There's a difficulty in the relationship. They're not being seen by their partner. They've lost that sexual connection. I think there's such a primal nature of sex that when it's denied, it becomes problematic. Now, I'm not saying that that's a reason why you should be having sex with your husband or your partner, but I do think that we need to be able to have the conversations, because if you're like I said, if you're in a relationship and it's not working, why stay there?
But you could be in a relationship.
I don't know if it's that simple, but I do agree with you.
You could be in a relationship that's not working, but the primal urge is, and there could. I mean, you can hear about people who have great sex, but the relationship isn't working.
100%. Or people who have no sex and they have this kind of friendship, companionship, and they enjoy it. And you'd say to them when you had sex, oh, Christmas, like we had sex at Christmas, we were away on holiday without the kids. It's June. And it's like, yeah, but we're good. We're good. We check in every morning, we vibe, we go and play tennis together.
Listen,
but then there's people that are having really hot, sexy sex and
great.
they hate each other. Yeah.
If that's truly honest, then great. But I'd argue that when you really get into the depth of the conversation, it isn't honest.
I agree, yeah.
I don't necessarily agree.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do think sex, I do kind of come at the perspective of Justin that it is not a relationship. Now, bar illness and tragedies and traumas, but it's not really a relationship or a marriage if you're not having sex. It is really then just a friendship.
But taking away the sex with relationship with Anne and that, just unfinished this, whatever. There's no way I could possibly have the amount of sex now that I had then with Anne. But our relationship is still as strong. But that's just the way the world goes, the way we go in relationships. We start off at a sprint.
That's just the way you go, though. And everybody goes different ways.
I do think Justin and I
there's no one size fits all.
I also think the withholding, there's a lot of this, right? I speak to my friends. The withholding of sex. Men and women. I don't think it's just... I don't think it's just women.
I can only talk from my perspective, so
Yeah.
I
don't think it's just
disagree.
women withholding and being pissy and resenting and like, I'm not having sex, I have a headache and I'm on my period. I don't. I think men can also do it as a really charged way. If they're not getting it elsewhere, where they really refrain, they pull back and they withhold as a way to hurt too. And it's an armor. It's a like, you're not getting in. It is a really strange thing, because then I do think you're at a point of zero. Like, if we can't move from this and be intimate, what is there?
Yeah.
God, maybe we should get a sexpert in.
I thought that's what I was doing.
No. You're doing the Aftershow Probe.
But also,
you're the producer still.
Also, finally, sorry, to
Okay.
wrap it up, because
Right.
this is just a probing and I gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
The second section was about why we're so stung and sore and intrigued by celebrity breakups and why there's such a huge currency. I swear to Jesus, like, Not So Christian Brothers were like, went in hot with like his take on celebrities and why it is a fundamental part and it's related to the psyche. And Justin was just like, I don't think that the review on Ryan Tuberty's latest venture was fair at the weekend, and let the guy have a break. And I felt like you were Ryan in that moment. And I was like, what is this? And then a little bit about Kat and Patrick, but that's not what I was. So that topic was a completely null and void. And I'll never do it again.
I don't get into it. I don't get into that topic. And I just happen to read the Irish
But
Times.
you know
about
the
Ryan
irony,
Tuberty.
Justin's like celebrity breakups, whatever, but you'll happily talk about Pamela Anderson, Donald Trump. He'll talk about who are in fact celebrities, but he doesn't want to talk about celebrity breakups. Okay.
All right, that's it. That's the Aftershow Probe. It's out
And
every...
then Not So Christian Brothers back again on
Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.